everybody, I'm SNurgle, and this is Diary of a Wargamer, where I share my stories and my experience as a wargamer in the hobby and gaming aspect. And I kind of like to go through some like events that's coming up and what I'm kind of going through, what's on my hobby corner, and a topic that I want to touch on. This is the second episode, so thank you. Welcome back, or welcome to this podcast. And I'm really excited and nervous, as I always am. So this week, in terms of games, I played 2 games. And that was one against Tau and one against Drukhari with my Nurgle Daemons. Granted, I did win on technicality against Tau. He just didn't have painting points, and it was 80-77, and I had played my Beast of Nurgle list against him, and it did okay. I love the Beast. I love how annoying they are, and I love how they can heal at the end of each phase. That's fun, but there was just teeth missing in my list, because I feel like there's a little bit of corn in me where I love the fight phase. I love the charge phase and I love the fight phase. That is probably the most exciting. There's a lot of nuances and a lot of tricks and tips you can kind of pull in that phase. And so I get quite aggressive with my list, and even when I try to reserve myself, it's still, I still find myself wanting to fight. So yes, the Beast of Nurgle did have teeth, but it was just really difficult to try to get my army across the table to Tau, and there's so many things that Tau do that it's just like, ugh. There's one in particular, and that is if the weapon has a successful wound, it does 6 mortal wounds. Ouch. So even if you save this wound, you still gotta take the mortals. So that feels bad. Even though my Beast of Nurgle, I've done like 12 mortal wounds from the unit, but there's something about like I'm still saving. I still make the epic save, and I still lose. It's like rolling a 20 in D&D and you die. So that was that game. I really enjoyed it. But would I have won if he had painted a couple of his units? That's the thing. And then I moved on to the Drukhari game, and I took more of a Plague Bear, Beast of Nurgle, Demon Prince list, and it did terribly. I lost my Demon Prince turn 2. I just didn't hide him or keep him protected enough, and the succubus just did what the succubus does and destroyed him with 8 mortal wounds on the hit. So he rolled a lot of 6s. Or was it wounds? It doesn't matter. It was a lot of mortal wounds, and that was painful to see. And he is a master at Drukhari. It is his army, and I wouldn't expect anything less from him. So that was a good learning curve. I did give the Demon Prince Virulent Touch and Corruption, and I didn't get to use it, so that sucked. But it was super ironic because a friend in the community, he popped into my DMs, my PMs, my private messages, and was talking about this Warlord trait and relic combination with the Great Unclean One. And he mentioned the sweep attack would be 12 attacks, auto on pretty much 2s unless the other opponent has -1 to hit, and AP3 damage 2. And I was like, shit. And then you ignore the wound lock or the feel no pain. So That's been looming in my head right now. I am deciding to try Undivided. Just try a super powerful list. I've been trying to make Nurgle Demons work for a while, but they're just like, you have to work for it, and it can get pretty tough at times with mono Nurgle Demons. I'm just gonna say, like, it's super frustrating when when this is supposed to be a new army. It's not even, what was it, 6 months old, and since then we've had League of Votan and World Eaters and Guard, and they're super powerful. They have a lot of neat abilities. They have feel no pains, and I have this army that's supposed to be super resilient, and they're not. I have no feel no pains. I am not -1 damage. I'm barely making it through. Now, if all the units had the Beast of Nurgle ability, then maybe we can chat. But it is what it is, and it was. I am super disappointed, because we waited so long as Demons and Nurgle players that, and through the rumors that came out, it seemed promising, and then when it came to fruition, none of that came true, and it feels like I've been fighting to find the style of that army. I still feel like there's something there, but I just have not perfected it. It doesn't feel like the army I want it to be. I loved the old Nurgle Demons, how it felt, because I wanted to sit on objectives. I wanted to feel like a tar pit. Every time I went and played with an opponent, they were super shocked and super impressed how resilient that army was, and that they felt like it was just a tar pit where I suck you in and you can't get out, and that's what I really like. So that's what I'm dealing with. So with the Undivided list, I'm thinking a Be'lakor, a Bloodthirster, a Lord of Change, and a Great Unclean One. I need a Nurgle unit in this list. I cannot go without Nurgle, even if Be'lakor counts. Not in my books. And and then Flamers. They're still really good, and if I want to, unfortunately, win, I gotta meta chase just a little bit. I hate it, but I was reminded of a couple of the armies that I played. I played Disciples of Be'lakor last year, and went to a couple GTs and ranked pretty high with that. And yes, it was not mono Nurgle, but it was a good play style. It was fun. I think I can have that with this new list. I do prefer smaller model count, because I did that GT with the Great and Clean ones, and it was really nice not to have to move 100 bodies. And what I mean by that is going from table to table with 100 bodies. Sure, on the table it can be frustrating and whatnot, but having to go from round 2 to round 3 within a couple minutes, and then I have all these units that I have to make sure that they're packed up, move, and then go to the table, and then put them on the table and stack them up. It was very annoying. So this is going to be a neat little army that I'm going to play with. Many other people are playing with it, so it's just something I want to try. Just want to try something different, and so that will be that coming up. So I'm just kind of looking at my notes. I have to write notes if I'm going to be speaking, because I will just, like I said last week, I will ramble and I will forget. But so I have the event next week. It's just a small RTT. And then at the end of the month, there is a GT at the deck box. So I'm gonna just play with Undivided for a while. So if you watch my Instagram stories, or if you watch me on there, you may see a lot more Bellacore and Undivided, just so you know. Other things that happened this week was the International Women's Day. That was a fantastic day of sharing love and shouting out amazing women in this community. It is fantastic to see how far we have come over these last couple years. I remember what it was like back in 2018, late 2018, and there weren't a lot of females in this hobby. There was the War Mistress and myself, and Daughter of Cain was there around that time, and but not a lot. And now you see it, and it's just, there's hundreds and probably thousands of them out there. There's all these little pockets in the community that are growing, and it's beautiful to see. So yeah, it was so touching to see people shouting me out. I am deeply humbled and honored every single time that happens. Sometimes I don't think it's gonna happen, but when it does, it's just like my heart grows just that much more. And even had a couple people come into my DMs and say, like, you must be feeling really great today. And I was like, yeah, like, it's just love that we're giving to one another, and how beautiful that is. Yeah, all you can do is smile. I've also been working on my Discord. I'm about 80% done. I still have to make the permissions and get up and running, because I want a place where people could have a place where they can share amongst each other. I've been looking at there's a local player, Basement Wargaming, and he has a Discord. I highly recommend checking that out if you are in the area, because it is so active, it is so supportive, it is people just sharing ideas and comments every day, and that was very inspiring. I've been thinking about the Discord for a while, and I think it's time. I'm still trying to learn it. It's different. Anytime I get to a new platform, I try to understand it so that there won't be any problems, because we all know that there can be problems, and how to avoid that. Or I don't want to make a mistake. Especially when it came to the permissions, I was like, yeah, I guess I give this bot this permission, or this mod this permission. And then the other thing I'm working on is merch. Whether that be like mugs or sweaters. If I want to buy it, then I would think that maybe others have asked me for merch, so I'm gonna get that going. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of learning, and it's a lot of like trying to understand how these websites work and these platforms, so taking the time to learn it a lot. Let's see, on my hobby desk, actually in my hobby window, is still Mogan Raw. I'm so close to finishing him. I am super excited because I'm feeling really good about the model. I'm at the point where some of my more personal models when I get to this point, I kind of stop working on them. Like, if you look at a lot of my models, they're not quite finished because I get to this roadblock and just can't get past that. But with this commission job, he's been teaching me a lot, and I've been picking up techniques with him, and I feel really good. Like, I feel like the things I'm learning, I'm going to apply with future projects. And some of that stuff is like, what I've been doing with him is he's just on my desk, and every once in a while I'll find like a moment and I'll go to paint instead of thinking I need to schedule myself between this and that time to get painting going. No, I just find this nice calming moment where I just go, I just feel like sitting, listening to some music or a podcast and paint. And whether that be 20 minutes or 40 minutes, whatever I get on the model is still that one step progression to the next step, to being finished and reaching that goal. So, and then I have to share this because it was almost like an epiphany, and it sounds kind of dumb, but I have to confess that I hate edge highlighting. I think that's a little bit of a reason why I did Nurgle Daemons, because they're very organic and I can play with rounded shapes. But when it comes to sharp edges, it was just, I understand you're supposed to use the side of the brush, but anytime I do that, I'm putting paint on areas I don't want it to. It's fraying my paintbrush, or if I try to use the paintbrush, it's too frayed at the ends, and I just it hasn't clicked in me. And when I was doing his gun, I roughly did the edges. Like, I put the blue there, and obviously it's all scratchy, and I'm thinking I'm going to try to glaze it away. And when it came to that step, I just grabbed the black and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna like get to the edges. And I just treated this technique as though I'm making an emote on Procreate. And I have my magnifying glass and I get in really close and I just almost erase away the scratchy bits. And it gave me this, like I said, an epiphany that, oh, this is really enjoyable, because I do like that with the Procreate. I like erasing and taking my time to smooth out the edges. And so when I did that, I felt really good. I felt really relaxed and hopeful to take that technique and try with something else. And I felt good taking that away from it. So anyways, I see the finish line. I know that I'm only a couple steps away, and that's really exciting. I know the client is quite excited about it, and I cannot wait to pass them off to him. Yeah, so that's him right there. And upcoming projects, gotta do my sisters. Oh my god, that has been on my mind for a while. I've had this idea to make Sisters of Bile, and then I have an array of models for the conversion, and I don't know what I need. Like, I feel like there's a block, and I haven't tackled it yet. I think I just need to I need to make an army, and I need to figure out what units I'm gonna treat as such. It's such a huge project, and I have the vision. I just need to set that first domino, that first step, and get through it. And so that's in my hobby corner at the moment. After doing Mogan Raw, I'm excited to do more projects and put paint on things, and it's starting to warm up, and my fingers don't feel so cold. So I'm looking forward to that. And then the next on the list is something special that came in the mail for me. I had someone from Instagram want to send me something, and don't know what it is. I haven't opened up the box, and I'm gonna do that now. Depending on what it is, I have no idea what it is. Depending on what it is, there may be a cut, and I may edit it out. So I'm gonna talk about it, and just leave this part in and let you guys know that I got this in the mail, and I'm really excited, and thank you so much for you who sent it to me, because you might be watching this. Like I said, I hope it's appropriate. No, I'm just kidding. I trust you. Anyway, so it's right there. I am gonna pick it up and open it up. I gotta make sure that you can't see any personal information, so I'm just gonna open it. There we go. And ladies and gentlemen, when dealing with a knife, please take special precautions with your digits. And always cut away from yourself. That is the chef in me letting you know about knife safety. It's super important because knives are designed to be sharp. And this is well taped. Good job. I'm just kind of doing it on my knees, so that's also not safe. Interesting. How do you open this box? Okay. I think I got this. Holy moly. I wonder if this is some good ASMR. I don't want to like make it too loud for you guys. Okay, I see foam, terrain. Whoa. Oh. Well, that's super cute. What the? It's huge. This is so cute. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. I'm building it up. Wow. What? Let's get this fluff. Wow. This. Okay. I'm gonna be guessing this is from a pillow. Okay. People. Keep this shit. This is great use for terrain. You can take a dollar store tea light and glue it underneath, and then you spray paint it black, like really quickly. You don't want to make it completely black, just like the tips. And then you have like a smoky debris. Oh, it's so well packaged. Wow. Oh, it's a box. Okay, get ready for this. Oh, I'm gonna have some water. There's a cute little letter. Wow, you put so much work in this. I love it. Oh, I love this symbol that you've made. The sealed, wax sealed envelope. Okay, what what do I open first? Okay, and then I'll show you the guys the box. Oh my god. What the? Okay. Wow. BFF's chubby. A blue? Courage and honor. No fear. Wow. Oh my god. And like WargamHer. Then so it really looks like a Nurgle made it. Okay. Oh my, I'm blushing. I'm like going pink. I might not even have time to do the topic that I wanted to talk about. Okay, sorry. I should really be, oh my god. I'm like, I don't know if this is a good podcast, but oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Wow. Oh my god. Look at, I'm speechless. Oh my god. I'm sorry if this isn't like podcast worthy, but this is absolutely gorgeous. Wow. Oh my god. Oh. I don't know if you guys can focus on that. I'm in tears. Thank you so much. You know what? I don't think I can read this letter on streaming. We're gonna talk. We're gonna chat real soon. Okay, that was unbelievable. Oh wow. I cannot believe it. Well, I think I still will try, but the topic I wanted to talk about, and I should have mentioned it in the beginning, but I was mulling around what to talk about, and I was thinking GT prep last week, but I was like, no, I was gonna leave that until it's closer to the GT. And then I thought of another topic, and that was my reason why I do this. And I think that is a clear indication why I do this. It's not to receive gifts, obviously, but to share a connection with all of you is a huge reason why I do this. I'm blown away. Obviously, if you saw me open the box here, I didn't know that was in there. It was a complete surprise. Anyways, okay, I'm gonna catch myself. Ooh, okay. So yes, my reason why. Because last week I kind of introduced myself just slightly, and this, I can't stop staring at it. Thank you so much. Okay. This thought came over me on what my reasons for this, and I've known this, and I do share it, and I thought it'd be a great thing to talk about again. And it's something that you hear a lot, especially from other content creators on creating content, and it's they tell you to ask or know your reason why. And it's a great question. Cat. It's a great question to ask yourself, and not just in content creation and not just on social media. It's a great question for your life as well. Why do you do this? And anyways, so when it came to me asking and answering that, why do I make this content, and why do I continue to be Nurgle SNurgle? And the biggest factors is, like I mentioned last week, the saving of my life and connecting with so many great people and sharing that and sharing this life with all of you. It's why I do what I do. Even during International Women's Day, I had a couple DMs, and they shared that I was a help to them. That really touched my heart, that I'm able to make people happy. All I ever have really wanted to do. And I never had that chance when I was younger. I got bullied a lot, not just at school, but at home, in relationships, at work, with friends. It seemed to never stop. And yes, that has affected me later in life, but now I come to this next step, this next level, this leveling up in my life, that I can recognize that. And all I want to do now is help others and make it so that they know that they're not alone, or they can do it. Give them the encouragement that I think I deserved and that I wanted, and that I know when I encourage others and I make them smile, that they too will also pass that on to people in their own lives. That's my reason why I am that type of person that will walk on the street and give smiles to someone, or I'll nod to them, or I acknowledge you as a person. And Warhammer has been that great way, that great avenue to do that with. That's why I come back. Wow. Like I said, speechless. I hope that made sense. Yeah. I don't even know how to end this. I don't think I'll ever know how to end this, but this was definitely one of those cases that, wow. This is to the people who are listening, that you have a why to what you do. And the one thing I've learned, oh, Jazzy. Okay, I'm gonna try to block her so she doesn't do weird things. But anyways, the one thing I have learned, especially recently, that those voices from the bullies and the people that have tried to put you down, those words, because, and I have to say that because it's happened so much in my life that I almost had a mantra of it. Like I would, and it's something I'll touch on later on, but I almost believed them. And so when I would do projects, I would almost say that to myself. And I would never say that to anybody. Why would I say it to myself? And it was because I'm parroting what others have said to me. And I know they're not true. I know they're not right. I know it's out of pain and it's out of hate from those individuals. So I needed to tell myself that those words, those voices aren't what others say and what others and what future people will say. I can't judge others by what those other people have said. And throughout that, the voices, the feelings are almost deleting from my mind, because I know that that is not true. That is not who I am. And the same goes to you. What others have labeled you as or have said about you, not who you are. And that has been my number one goal, is to just simply inspire you to find who you are. You are you. It's just beautiful how so many people are out there and we all have our own stories to share. On that note, I am going to end this. I am going to message the person right away. Wow. And I just want you to know that I love you all. Have a great night, and ciao for now.